Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome back to a new episode of the Hardcore Minecraft Let's Play series. The sun is rising over Crystal Cove right now, and there's a few problems in this village that we got to attend to. Some of the villagers are doing fine, they're working, mingling, everything's going okay with them. But for some other villagers down here, they just keep getting caught. These guys are stuck in the boat, they won't even look at me. These guys are stuck under the bridge that leads to the dock, and there's no way to help them unless I manually get a bridge built for them. And so what I'm going to do is build a small boat ramp that leads straight to the water so that they don't have to be stuck down there forever. In the last episode, we built a pretty big froglight farm, and we are getting so many froglights. I can't wait to show you guys that in a moment, but first I got to help these guys get back up to the land. We have been taking a lot of revenge on the magma cubes. They made us lose our last hardcore world, so they deserve every single froglight they get turned into. One of my least favorite mobs, so I'm glad we could finally start farming them. Alright, so these guys now have a little bit of a staircase to go to. Alright, perfect. He knows his way back up. Slowly but surely get back to work, buddy. I want to thank you guys for suggesting this in the comments as well. I would not have thought about this unless you guys had told me about it. The other guy is coming back up too. Oh, no, he's pondering. He's like, do I want to go to work forever or do I want to hide out in the water? Live your life, buddy. Live your life. That should just about do it. We have the walls made. These guys can get to and from easily. Did he just fall again? It's so funny. They think the trapdoors are full blocks and they just walk off every time. The open eye blossoms are pretty nice. We just got them from the wandering trader, and this guy is going to have a hard time keeping a job if he keeps throwing himself into the water. But the wandering trader came through with some open eye blossoms. These always look good. I'm going to get them right next to the entrance of town. And he also delivered us some small drip leaves, which look fantastic. Let's get those here. And is there any more mud? I wish you could farm these regularly without having to go to the lush caves, but you know, it is what it is. It makes them a little bit more rare. If I take these guys out of their boat, maybe they'll just go right to the boat ramp. Take it easy, guys. Go get some jobs. Oh, he's on his way. This guy is actually kind of stuck. He hasn't moved a muscle. I'm going to give him a little bit of a nudge, and now he's on his way too. Come on, join society once more. These villagers are always so fun to deal with. Now that we have saved the day once again, I can go to the froglight farm. I want to show you guys how many froglights we've been getting. It is quite a bit. Going past Sniffy and Hot Dog here. Nobody believes that these two sniffers solely are getting all the pitcher pods and torch flower seeds. I'm gonna hop through the portal real quick. Let's take a potion of fire res. I'm not taking any chances today. Alright, skeleton, you're gonna have to go get away from my front door. Thank you. Let's fly out real quick. There are so many ghasts that spawn here in this open area. It was a little bit of a task getting all of the frogs out, and I did it one by one. I was just trying to be safe. I know you can pull boats on leads, and I could have maybe done it a little faster, but I didn't want to lose any frogs. But here is the froglight farm. I put a nice little house around it, and I think it turned out okay. I used a lot of the warped stem, deep slate, blackstone, even some of the bamboo is down there to kind of match the honey blocks that are at the top. I've never used honey blocks in a build before, but I'm definitely going to continue using them. And thank you guys for watching this episode if you did. It was super fun building this. Hopping in through the front porch, we have a wraparound porch all the way around the house. I wish my house in real life had this. Let's go around to the entrance. I did block this off with a fence gate because skeletons do still spawn here. It's kind of wild. We'll take this, and you can see the frogs in action right now. Wow, okay, so we have a bunch. Here's all the froglights that are going in here right now, but we have a bunch in storage. The pearlescent, the ochre froglights, and the verdant froglights, almost a barrel each. Also, we've been getting quite a few magma creams as well, so we can make as many fire res potions as we want. But I had no idea that this farm would be as efficient as it is, and I'm just loving this. You can AFK here for about 5 minutes and get maybe a stack of each. Here's what I'm going to do, though. Let's get some item frames out, and if I can pull that there, boom. Let's get each froglight in its own iron frame so I can sort it. And we just made this room that much more colorful. This was my first actual froglight farm, and like I said earlier, I really love being able to take revenge on these guys because they are the reason we lost the last hardcore world. They are just bullies. Pretty soon, we're going to go over here and take down this entire other bastion. This needs to be taken down, and we got to get all the loot. The piglin brutes have probably just been plotting, because I come back here regularly just to stare at them. But today's project is not going to be in the nether. We're going to go back to the overworld, because I have... Oh, no, not today, dude. You are out of here. I've had enough of you ghasts. It is time to make a Fisherman Trading Hall, and we are going to build a giant ship for them. While I'm here, though, I might want to use a little bit more warped stem. I think warped stem at the bottom of the ship might look pretty cool. I'll start working on the base of the ship, though, then we'll get some of the villagers transported over so I can have an audience while I'm building the rest of the ship. And why are there so many Endermen here right now? It is a party. What is going on? They have completely wrecked the landscape up here. Just place a Nylium wherever they want. It is their home, though. I'm not going to tell them how to decorate their own home. Hopping back in the forest, I can take a couple of shroom lights with me, and I just need maybe a couple stacks of the warped stem. This stuff always sounds so strange when you're taking it out. I'll be back maybe later if I need more stem. This guy has a mushroom, just a regular mushroom. It's rare you see that. Usually they're just carrying around Nylium, destroying their home. Look at this lonely Blaze down here. There's not even a Blaze spawner over here. He's just by himself. Get out of here, buddy. Oh my god, these ghasts are everywhere. So leave me alone! I will take your tier, thank you very much, and I will be on my way. Oh my goodness, I just want to go home. Stop doing this. As much as I liked building that Froglight farm, I am going to be glad building in the overworld today. We're going to be taking a lot of villagers from Cobblecrest again today, same as what we just did with the Lakeside Village, or Crystal Cove now, that is. And it's awesome that you guys got the Scooby-Doo reference, or at least most of you did, but let's hop through this little starter house that we made a few weeks back on a long play. Thank you for watching that video if you did, but I made a path that leads from this house all the way to where we're going to build today. It takes a while to walk there, and I have Elytra, so we might as well just use it. Let's go this way, and it is far, as you can see. The path leads straight from in between Armadillopolis and the resin farm all the way over to the beach where the port will be, and the ship is going to be coming right up on the port, and here's the Guardian farm that we'll be able to see in the background. Like I always say, I love having an excuse to come back here. This thing is magnificent. But the ship is going to be built right on that beach. As you can see, the path is leading right up to the sand and sandstone. I tried to do a little bit of landscaping to make the beach a little bit more cozy. It was just jagged. It didn't really look that good. There was just sand piled everywhere, and we flattened it out. Now we can build a port. We have a rabbit all the way out here. What do you... Hey, get back here, buddy. He's looking pretty nice with this white horse right here, too. This path is looking a little plain, though, so I was thinking maybe we just add some mushroom lamps, and maybe we'll get some jack-o'-lanterns around here, too. Just trying to spice up life a little bit if I ever want to take this route by foot. You know, just make it look a little bit more pleasant. Looks like I completely forgot to put the campfires over this gate. We just have floating trapdoors. This looks kind of strange. Burning my feet as we get this built, and okay, that looks a lot better. The only thing that would make this a little bit more cozy is just adding some bone meal, getting some grass, and some more flowers around the side. I did some landscaping, so all the grass is gone. I just wanted it to be a little bit more of a structured path. Sometimes when you're building a path through an unlandscaped area, it can just get wacky. Time to fly to the auto-sorting system, and I'm not going to use the nether portals right now because I want to go say what's up to Roger. Ooh, look at the path at night. I haven't seen this yet. It's all lit up. It's all cozy now. I feel like it's only right to say hello to Roger at least once every episode, and we might even use Roger a little bit while we're building this today, depending on how big this ship is going to be. What's going on, Roger? How you doing, buddy? We could also take out any of the other ghasts today. These guys have been chilling, locked in their cage for a little while now. I'm starting to feel a little bad. Gastro is just flipping back and forth. He doesn't know which direction to look. Oh man, are you okay, buddy? For the shipping port, I believe it'd be just a good idea to use a bunch of stone bricks, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of basalt in between some of the pillars. Slap some in here. Probably just going to need an entire shulker box filled up with stone bricks. Grab another shulker box. I'm not sure how much basalt I'm going to use, but we are going to be using quite a bit, so let's just take as much as we can. If we need to turn it into polished basalt, then we will, but I feel like the darker color of regular basalt might go well with the stone bricks. This is going to be such a little fun area to build in. I'm so happy we finally have the Guardian farm and this little ocean connected to the main world over here. This path is really doing a lot more than I thought it would. But now it's time to figure out exactly where this shipping port is going to go. I have a little boat down here. What is this? This has got to be from the early game. I still have my shears, cooked cod, and cooked salmon. No way. I saw another boat over here. This, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here. I was using this to get to and from the Guardian farm a couple different times. Oh, wow, this looks awesome from right here. And those sounds that you hear on the beach, I forgot about that. It's so weird. It's like creepers are coming up from the bottom of the sand. Do you guys enjoy that sound? It just sounds creepy, you know? It sounds just like a horror film. I'm setting up a little bit further away from the beach in case the port decides to take over the sand a little bit. And all I hear is zombies and skeletons below me. There's definitely a cave down here. The sand dune is pretty tall. It's about 6 blocks up, and I don't know if we want the port to be that tall. Maybe just 4 or 5, 1 block lower. So I'll build a small staircase going down, and then we'll probably veer off to the left. I'm just going to start by making a wall here. Let's go into the water, but when we veer left, maybe we'll be out about 10 blocks or so. Let's take this out about 20, 30 blocks, give ourselves some room, and it's raining. Of course it's raining. It is always raining in this world. 20 to 30 blocks away from shore will give us quite a bit of space to build a giant ship right here. I feel like out here is far enough, and I figured, you know what, we probably should sprinkle in a couple of other blocks, like some andesite, get some stone in there every once in a while, and even some cobblestone. Rather than going back later and replacing some of the blocks, I might as well just start texturing right now. It'd be nice to use some stone walls for some support system here, and that is not a water source block. We're gonna have to change that right there. We're gonna have to do this a lot today, maybe. It's possible these walls look a little better with some basalt in here. Might as well see what this looks like. It's not too bad. It is a little bit darker on the inside, and I like the color depth for sure. That's pretty nice. Meeting in the middle here, it seems like the stone wall in the center of the dock on this end is the best bet. Rise to the water surface, and okay, that's not bad. Instead of a full block around the edge of the dock, I thought it'd be nice to use some upside down stairs instead. Nice, alright, that's looking pretty sweet, and if I turn around, I have another dock set. Might as well get twice of the available space for the new ships incoming. A problem that I'm about to run into, though, is the lack of basalt, so I might need to make a quick little basalt generator over here. It'll be a little faster if I do it in the nether, but I'm thinking maybe just do it over here just so I don't have to travel as far. Besides, this will be temporary anyways. Let's dig down about 3-4 blocks. Let's get the sandstone out of here. All the sand is gonna fall. Let's get at least 3 blocks wide. So for this, you just need some blue ice, you need soul soil, and obviously you need lava buckets. I'm going to place some stone down this side. Don't want the lava falling everywhere. I'll put 5 soul soil in the middle right here. Then on this side, we'll get the blue ice flowing. Need to block the lava from here. Okay, perfect. So here's what's going to happen. Lava bucket, and we'll continue doing that. As you can see, there goes the basalt. You only really need to place the 1 bucket, but just so it moves a tiny bit faster in the overworld, I have 5 lava buckets with me today. I was using haste 2 for construction, and it's going to work out perfectly for the basalt generator because I can insta-mine this basically. We're going to need some hopper mine carts down below, and I'm going to finish getting this covered up so the basalt doesn't go flying. I'm just going to do a double chest for now. Usually we could do 5 rows of double chests for this farm, but we don't really need it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's get the wall set up here and another setup right here. I don't want these hopper mine carts flowing around everywhere. Let's go here with the rails. Slap all these guys down, and, well, he's going to move himself. That's perfect. Thank you. And we'll get this guy in the middle, and now they're stuck. Gotta love the constant noise of the moving minecarts down there. Nothing in the chest yet. Let's see how much we can get in about 5 minutes. I know this will go faster in the nether, but we don't need to do this for very long at all. Nice and relaxing, though. Gotta love just being able to chill in the generators, getting infinite blocks. I love the way Minecraft works like this, too. There are some blocks that you can just get an infinite source of if you line up the resources right. Standing right next to the farm, I ended up catching 47 of them myself, and looking down here, it's loading up an entire row, which is perfect. I don't even think we needed that much. Completely close this off, then we can start working on the ship and get some villagers moved in here. Guardian farm looking pretty sweet from the docks. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a slab staircase. I have 1 slab for each of the type of stone that we've been using. We'll slap them up in here in random order, and then 1 level again, and that will bring us to the tippy top. And of course it's raining again. It is always raining. Anytime I try to record or build literally anything, it is always just raining. I think the game is sentient and knows exactly when I'm about to build. The 2 docks are looking fantastic. Eventually we'll get a ship over there, but on the first dock, this is where we're going to put our focus and attention today. I think about 5 blocks away from this dock is where we'll start building the ship. And I was thinking about using the warp stem, but no longer. I'm pretty sure I'm set on the crimson stem now. I think it'll look a little bit better in the water. Besides, I already used a bunch of prismarine and blue blocks over on the Guardian farm, and it'd be nice to get some extra color in this build. I'm just going to make sure I'm out 5 blocks. Okay, so I don't think the ship should be any further than right here. And we might bring it down a little bit towards the water, but might as well get this started. This will be the first build that I use a bunch of crimson log in. And you know what? The crimson log might not even come up this high. We might have to get this replaced with either birch or oak, but it's worth a start. Eventually, the ship is going to have to start meeting in the center. So we got 3 out by 2, maybe 2 again, and then we'll work into the 1 block. Speaking of 1 block, we just hit 100 days in our 1 block series, and thank you guys for watching those episodes if you do. It is a blast recording over there. The back end of the ship, we're going to close it a little bit faster, so we'll go in by 1 and then in by 5 right there. As this gets closer to the water, I'm going to have to start bringing it in a little bit, so I'll probably just move in right here. Stopping short by 1 block and reaching the center a little bit sooner than the top rows. I don't want it to move in too far too fast, and I think we could alleviate that concern with some stairs. If I go to the front, what do we got here? I mean, yeah, it's kind of sloping in a little bit too fast, so let's get some stairs in. Down the side, it might be cool just to get some stairs in on every other block, so there's a little bit more depth near the water. Then we need to move in 1 more block, and the crimson color is absolutely taking over. We are going to unintentionally make a mob farm unless I go through and start lighting this up. Unintentional mob farms are the worst mob farms out there. The ship is sitting 1 above water level, but I don't think the trading hall needs to go any lower than it is right now, so at this Y level we're going to get a layer of oak planks. And you know what? Oak and crimson go very well together. The neutrality of the oak color really makes the magenta pop, even at nighttime. Now we just need to take a step back. Okay, we have a ship base right now. I think it might need to go up 1 or 2 more blocks before we can start creating any entrances. And take out our mini temporary stone bridge. Let's take a couple of these stairs out, and right in the center of the ship, I'm gonna get some slabs out for a nice little opening to the entrance. Alright, this is not bad at all. I think we'll have to get another oak layer up at the top, and we'll mark that with some stripped oak for now, just so I know where to put the oak. And I think in the center here, where there's a little bit too much crimson now, we can take this out and replace it with some oak logs. Only one way to find out if this is gonna look good. We just gotta try everything. Get all these stripped to match the oak floor. The ship looks so strange with a cut out of the side over here with nothing in it. I like that a lot. The strip of oak is exactly what it needed. A little bit too much crimson can be a thing, but I think at the top to match the oak stripped logs, let's get some lecterns in and we'll separate those every 3 with another stripped log. And I think that is perfect. Okay, nice. We have a stripped log right in the center. Now we can just make our way back around. As nice as the lecterns are, though, I have a feeling that some of the villagers are going to try to become librarians, and that's not a good thing, so I might need to figure out a way to have them become fishermen before they even enter the ship. I love when math works out. I unintentionally added everything in 3s, and I love working with odd numbers. This is amazing. Now we can perfectly have an oak log at the front and 3 lecterns in the back. I am loving this right now. Speaking of the villagers, though, I think we might want to start moving them over here sooner than later. If I'm going to get at least 40 of them over here, I'm going to have Cobblecrest start breeding more villagers as soon as possible. Rolling back into Cobblecrest, and we have plenty of fisherman masters that live here already. Well, this is a journeyman right here. He doesn't even sell us any campfires. That is no good. But these guys over here, we have plenty of masters that sell us campfires for 2 emeralds. Hopefully we can get that down to 1 by the end of the episode with a little bit of zombification. But I'm going to get these guys out of town. Time to make a rail system that brings them all the way to the new ship. So I brought myself a shulker box with 27 stacks of dirt and then a bunch more in the inventory. We'll see if we need all of this. I think we will. We'll pass the bamboo forest on our way. But after the bamboo forest, it's absolutely nothing for the rest of the trip. Well, I guess we do get a nice view of Armadilliopolis on the way. That's pretty nice. Getting a little closer to the ship here, and I love the sun setting on the crimson wood in the overworld. It looks absolutely stunning, but when we're getting closer to the ship, right about here, I'm going to make a small platform. I'm going to set up some barrels so that as soon as they get over here, they're just going to become fishermen. And got to lay down some torches so that nothing spawns on them. Now we have to get some rails in. Turns out we didn't need the shulker box filled with dirt. This was a little closer than I thought, but we still used 12 stacks of dirt to build all the way over there. Kind of insane. This track is going to be here for a while because we're going to take out about, I don't know, 30, 40 villagers from this village. It is going to be wild. We built a couple trading halls in this series already. We have the Mason Trading Hall, the Librarian Trading Hall, and the Farmer Trading Hall. Also the Weaponsmiths. We have a Weaponsmith Trading Hall as well, all the way up in the castle. So we are fortunate enough to have plenty of rails to use for this project right now. I'm wondering with this guy... Ooh, he walked away. I'm wondering if I can just get one of these guys, just push you down. Hold on. They're kind of all over. Oh, wait, he's already gonna get sent. Yeah, we got our first victim. I mean, our first villager. These guys standing right here are not safe. I'm gonna get you pushed in eventually. Got a few villagers down there already. This iron golem is in the way, and we'll send ya. I have a new baby villager over here ready to go, and he's gonna get sent. See you later, buddy. This guy already lost his job. He is ready to take on the fisherman life. Ooh, same with this guy. These guys are prepared. Well done. I'm pretty sure when I put these guys in their minecarts, they were not fishermen, and they just decided to become fishermen via those barrels. So these guys already know what's going to happen. These guys did not have jobs a second ago. They just turned into Ooh, wait a second. We got a baby villager on the track, and you're coming with me. Master Fisherman, you are going this way. I think there's another iron golem in the way. Why are all of these iron golems just in the way? The Master Fisherman will be able to teach all of the new guys the way of the fish. Sometimes when you're oh my god, they're right here. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm out of render distance just a little bit, so all of these guys should barely be making it, and I'm catching up with them just in time. There are so many of them coming down, and when the minecart is too far, it looks like they're floating. I love that. What's up, guys? How you doing? See you later. Some of them are getting sent back. I think we have too many villagers there now. Hold on. Nope, come this way. Everybody stop doing what you're doing. You're gonna stay in the dirt block. Everybody stop doing what you're doing. You guys are gonna stay in your dirt house for a moment. There might be way too many villagers in here. Oh my god, they just got sent right past me, and I just hit the dirt block. And is this the Master Fisherman? Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. Nobody's getting stuck anymore. Let's just stop these guys in their tracks right here. Oh man, there's 5 of them coming back. This is... No, what's happening? I'm gonna place a dirt block right here so that doesn't happen anymore, and then if I can catch up to them, I might be able to break the mine tracks that are sending them the wrong way. Let's break these so they can just get in here. Boom, you're in. Boom. I think we have about 20 villagers in here now. We got 1, 2, 3 on their way. All right, get in there, and as soon as this guy pops back in right here... All right, no more jumping backwards. You are stuck. I'm just gonna break this rail. Okay, perfect. Nobody's getting out, nobody's coming in. We have exactly 20 in here now, and there's a lot of ha's going on, but I feel like we can fit at least 20 in here. And, oh, is that a wandering trader? Hold on. Why is your llama in the boat? Where's your other llama? You're not selling too many things that I'd like, but is your llama down? Yep, there's the other guy. What are you doing with your head in the boat? I'm thinking maybe it's about time we get the first story in here and create our little basement by adding more oak planks. I think probably right here would be a good start. I'm gonna add more blocks as time goes on, like possibly some slabs up against the crimson, but for right now we just need 1 solid oak level. This llama's about to get trapped in the basement. Sorry, dude, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. The wandering trader's down here now, too. Oh, man. All right, buddy. I was just trying to get you both down in where you belong. No spitting at me. You are getting covered up right away. Let's lock the wandering trader and llama down there forever until we make an opening, of course, with some stairs, possibly some ladder openings on the side, but back here towards the back of the ship, it needs to come up a little bit. The whole ship can't be this flat. Let's start building up a couple more layers of oak logs. And the phantoms are here, guys. You're gonna have to be gone. I'm trying to build a ship. I mean, please. It is time to sleep. Gotta get these guys out of here. We'll get all these stripped, and I'm thinking the back end needs to be moved back just one block. Might make a little bit more sense to get some upside down stairs on the back. Let's break these down right there and get you upside down. Then we'll get some more oak logs in the back. The captain's area will go back here, and the captain is going to need a little bit more space. I wonder just how many times it's going to rain this episode. That is a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get a lightning rod, though. If a lightning rod hits the ship, it will burn. This is all wood, so that is not good. Luckily, I do have one lightning rod on me. Oh, it's already in my inventory. I must have known a thunderstorm was coming. Now at least the stone will burn instead of the wood. We're gonna have to lean up into this a little bit. Let's just bring this up by one. Can I jump up on this lectern? Yes, I can. Boom and boom. Something's not really looking right up here, so I decided let's get a couple more lecterns at the top. I figured we can work in the details later, but I'm going to get a basic shape in for the upper deck, and I'm going to use some birch wood, just a little bit of different color for this upper level. This is going to be the ceiling for what will be the captain's room down here. And usually there is some sort of opening in the center of the ship, and this is exactly where we're going to make our staircase down to the trading hall. If Minecraft had hammocks, that would be amazing. I would be putting hammocks in left and right. Got the Guardian farm with the sun behind it. Got a rainbow over here after a whole day of rain. It's a good day to build a mast. I'm kind of guessing where I think it's going to have to go, and I think there might need to be another one on this side, but there's only one way to find out where the right spot is, and that's just to give it a go. I'm going to use spruce and dark oak for the sails around the wool that's going to be hanging down, and I think more spruce to make an entrance right here would be cool too. We'll get this stripped though, so it's not the same color as the two poles in the middle. This part here might be a little tricky, but I'm going to get some fences behind the lecterns on the outside of the boat and build them up so that they can be chained to the mast. Slowly we'll go in by one and inch our way towards the middle, and I think we might need to bring it in from 5 to 3 as well at some point. Alright, so that's not bad at all, but it does need to be connected, and it might start leaning in too much if it connects to the center actually. So what I'm going to do is get some of the dark oak in the middle right here. Let's bring this up by at least one more. Now it can be connected right there, and we might need to make a circle around the center. We're keeping everything a half slab up here too, so that nothing spawns and falls on us. Now we'll just bring some of the fencing down to the side. We can put that half slab right there. Then, you know what? Let's bring it out a little bit so it feels more connected. We'll drop these fences in on the other side too, and then we can start to work on this guy. Somehow a spider spawned on the ship. You're gonna have to get out of here, buddy. Nighttime can be dangerous on the beach out there too. I see a bunch of creepers chilling. Good thing we are way up here and nothing can spawn. Bring the mast out a little bit this direction so that we can start to hang some wool. Time to head into the barn where the sheep have been chilling for a while undisturbed. I need to get some wool. Can't believe I just left the door open for a while though, but actually, you know what? It might have been the villager that decided to leave Crystal Cove and chill in the barn for a little bit. I'm willing to bet it was actually that guy instead of me, and I just heard somebody fall. I definitely heard a villager take damage, but I don't see him around town anywhere. He might have fallen off the cliff, and we got dripstone down there, so that is not good. Ooh, we have a villager down here. Buddy, was it you? You don't have a job, most likely because you're stuck on the campfire. This might be just a different villager altogether. Looks like we got ourselves another fisherman, but this guy is so far away from the ship, I cannot transport him there. Let's get ourselves a nice little scaffolding base of operation up here. That way I can freely hang down some wool. It doesn't need to be anything too crazy, but we'll hang it down maybe 2-3 layers here. Maybe we can give it some depth by adding a couple more dark oak slabs and some more wool right there. I'm hopping down a little bit further to make one more sail down here, and then maybe one extra one at the very top, but there needs to be one a little bit closer. This is going to have a lot of sails. This one might hang a little lower since it's going to be the biggest sail, and I'm bringing it back on 3 blocks on each side. I think this is going to look nice for depth. We'll see what this ends up looking like, and you know, I might need to get some quartz slabs in here. Unfortunately, there's no wool slabs, so I think quartz slabs, maybe smooth quartz slabs would work. Let's try that real quick. Let's head to the Mason Trading Hall, where all of our quartz is stored, and ouch, okay. I never fly through this window anymore. I should do that more often. I like it up here on the balcony. But let's go here. I got smooth quartz. Let's grab a couple, because then I can turn some of this into stairs and some of it into slabs. Just in case I need to use some stairs, let's bring some with me. Man, I am loving this already. This is looking pretty sweet. And about to look even sweeter. Let's get... Okay, actually, that's not bad. I'm gonna like that a lot. If I hop down real quick and break the scaffolding, I need to get this out of the way so that I can see and... Okay, that looks pretty cool. The mast did go straight down into the staircase, so I might need to move this hole a little bit forward towards the center of the build, but no worries. I like the way these fences look, but I think there's just a little bit too much of the same color here, so let's hop down. I have an idea. I'd like to replace it with some chains, and there goes a spruce fence. Not going to be needing that one, but I mean, the chains are going to be looking a little bit better. Let's take these out in the middle too. We'll go boom and boom, boom and boom, and you know, that looks a little better. Hop into the second level, get some chains in here as well. There's a small part right here where the spruce is connected to the wool, and it would look a lot better if the sail wasn't stuck to the spruce wood. There we go, that's better. Just fixing everything we can. Let's take that out of the center, boom. Not too bad at all. The chains are looking good all the way up every other block. I think the top needs a crow's nest though. We're gonna have a place to chill. And we are going to make this out of dark oak slabs again. We'll set it right on top of the spruce fence that reached up here. Slap these around the side on the other one. This one's going to be one block lower. I need to connect these down a little bit too. Nice. Okay, so that's looking better. If we get a ladder going all the way up, that'd be pretty cool, unless we just want to fly up there. But I'm thinking maybe we could have one of the villagers hanging out in the crow's nest. I think that'd be a fun idea. But real quick, while we're down here, I want to cover all of the lecterns up with some trapdoors, because it's kind of angled, and on every single stripped oak log, we're going to get a slab in. This will help sort of wrap it all together when we're fenced in. And I think that looks a lot smoother now. Now let's work our way back up to the top. Let's get a ladder here so that we can safely get to and from the crow's nest. Okay, there we go. Now I feel like I just need to make a small barrier, and trapdoors are going to be the way around. I wish we had half trapdoors. That would be amazing for building. We don't have any dark oak walls. We have nether brick walls though, and I think that's going to be the closest color to the dark oak from far away. We need to get a ladder going up here as well to get to the top of this crow's nest. We're gonna have two of them. Working my way back to the top. Okay, now we have two spots to chill. Guardian Farm looking cool with the moon, and this beach is looking dangerous. Luckily, all of those villagers are safe. Nothing should be able to spawn up here. I've left it all unspawnable. We either have fences, chains, or slabs in place so that nothing can ever spawn. How did this zombie see me from the beach? I'm so high up here. Dude, this is impossible. All right, you're done. Get off the ship. While we're down here, let's get some more of the spruce up. We're going to cover this wall right here with spruce trapdoors. Then we can use a spruce door to get into the captain's cabin. And I did bring some white stained panes with me real quick. There we go. And boom, more privacy. I was looking over a bunch of old-time ships, and I saw that a lot of them had areas that you could drop the anchor of in the center of the boat, so I'm gonna go here real quick. Let's get this up, and we'll get spruce fence gates to go around. We need something to push this in circles. Get some slabs in between these. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to make a circle this small, but this is gonna be the best we can do. I'll kind of get these staggered a little bit, and boom. So now we have a way to push the anchor up and down. To fill up the sides a little bit, I'd like to get some of these dark oak fencing right here. Then we'll get some spruce trapdoors on top. Now we have a place for villagers to hang out and have lunch, but unfortunately they won't be having lunch there because they are gonna be stuck down here trading with their barrels. But letting them come up here for lunch is a nice thought. Unfortunately, it's never gonna happen. Let's get oak trapdoors covering all of the stripped oak. That's a little bit nicer. And that got me thinking, we have a lot of oak on the side down here. Maybe we need to get some below, and I'm definitely going to have to get a strip right here, but let's start with oak trapdoors down here. It might be easier to decide where the trapdoors are going if we make some windows downstairs, and this will be a good idea, because then we can let in some natural light, but I think maybe let's just start here every 3 blocks and see what this looks like. We meet in the middle, we'll have 9 2x1 holes in the ship, which looks pretty cool. It looks like cannons could hop out the side, but villagers could pop out, so I'm going to block these up with some note blocks, and we'll get some trapdoors on top. That way nobody can escape today. I have to put some scaffolding in the ocean for this because I am unable to reach the side. I guess I could use a happy ghast also. But here's where we're going to put the trapdoors. That is looking pretty smooth. Got to get these around the front side of the ship so that it looks smooth down here as well. The pointy part of the ship does need to extend with the crimson and with the oak, so we'll start down here. I'll go out by about 2, and you know, let's take this guy out right here, and we're gonna move up slightly. Of course it's raining. It is always raining when I'm trying to build. We'll get out a little bit further, upside down stair right here, and you know what? We could go right here. Let's get one more slab, and let's go get the dragon's head. In the lake house that we built long ago next to the stranded villager and all of the floating chickens, we left the dragon head. And I thought this was kind of fun, but oh, what was that? It sounded like this guy was just burning real quick. That was strange. But we're gonna move in and go upstairs. I left the dragon's head right on the wall, and now we're gonna take it and finally move it to a location where it belongs. This will be a perfect extension to the bow, and boom. Okay, nice. That is amazing. Before we can connect the sails together and to the front and the back of the boat, we might as well build out a little bit further so that the fences can move out in a little bit of an arched shape. Starting from probably right here, let's just move out and inch our way forward. We'll go out only 2 slabs at a time so the slope isn't super crazy. Eventually, we're only going to need 1 slab, so let's take this down right here, and then we can take you out, and that is probably going to be the end. So what are we looking at? Okay, that is much better right there. I'm loving this. We need to do the same thing to the back of the boat, so right here we'll have something that kind of grabs around the ladder. This also gives me a little platform to stand on while I'm up here too. We'll move backwards now, and this one doesn't need to have nearly the same thickness. This seems far enough to the back of the boat now. Let's go up a little bit higher, maybe about 10 blocks, and we'll get another row of slabs. We're going to start it right above the second sail over here. The one on the bottom's only about a 10-degree angle. This one, we're at least going to double that, going up about a 20-degree angle. Now we'll start to work in the sail. It's going to be directly touching this top bar. We're gonna have it slowly come out to reach the bottom bar. If I can just get them to touch barely on the end, then that'll be great. Right here seems about right, just towards the end. Let's just bring it back up a little bit. 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Now the ship has a back sail. We can get the scaffolding out of the way, and somebody's shooting at me. Get off of my ship, what are you doing? Adding some cord slabs so that the slope is not as harsh. Making a couple of changes to the curvature. Let's take that out, and maybe this right here. Let's take a step back, and... okay, perfect. That looks like it'll blow in the wind a little bit better. I'm gonna let everything up here sit for a little bit before I come back and decorate the rest of this. I just kind of want it to rest in my brain just so I can come back with a fresh mind. So in the meantime, I'd like to come down and start giving these guys some of their respective locations for work. I'm gonna get a library for them right under the stairs to start this off. Thinking we could have each villager working in front of one of these windows. That way they get a little bit of fresh air down on the bottom side. We all know there's not too much fresh air going on down here, so the more they can get, the better. Block them off with a little bit of black stone. I'm just trying to make sure that this is an area where they can hang out, and I think back here might be a good spot for the zombie to come and zombify them. I'm gonna get a lantern in each of the slots so that the villagers can't jump out once they're moved into place. I'm moving the workstations back into the center over here. We need to get some more of the stone walls up, and I believe I can take a couple of these out. There we go. Oh, actually not that one. You stay. With this in the center, we're going to have 23 stations available for trading. This is nuts. I don't think we need 23 fishermen, but, you know, we could fit a couple more in the back. This last slot right here is perfect. We can fit 3 in the front of the boat. I thought this was the back, but it turns out this is the front. I'm all backwards right now. The back of the boat is where the captain's cabin is, and the front of the boat is where we're going to have 3 fishermen right here next to each other. So now we have 30 slots down here for villager trading. I think that is plenty. Covering all the lanterns up with some mangrove trapdoors, just to bring a little bit more color down here. We're going to use oak trapdoor for the railing to get down, and you know what? We can use some crafting tables as a welcome mat. We'll bring the anchor drop. Oh, that was perfect. We'll bring it down right here. Then we can load this up. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the mast is going to need some structural support, so some dark oak stairs upside down on the ceiling is going to be fine. Little bit of decoration and storage down here never hurt nobody. Get some anvils down here. Wow, that is loud. Let's fly back home real fast. I need to get a name tag. This will be for the zombie, and this zombie is going to be named Crow, because eventually I'd like to put him up in the crow's nest, but we are going to have to get him covered up so he doesn't burn in the sun. I want to get the villagers moved in, but while I have the barrels on me, I figured, you know, let's just take some time and do a little bit of decoration. These chests are usually my favorite way to decorate. Let's just get one. Nope, right here, there, and can we flip that up? There we go. I'm gonna save the captain's quarter and wheel up there for last, but at least we could get some decorations over here, get some work blocks in. Ships are usually carrying loads of spices in the old times, so I figured, you know what, let's just get some spice barrels in here. And I think decoration pots look absolutely amazing on a pirate ship. This is awesome. I don't want to have all the torches on the ground for lighting, so I mean, we could get some lanterns here right next to the stairs, but I would like to get some hanging as well. So let's use this. We'll get some slabs connected. We'll go up one right there, and you know, we can just get this lantern hanging, and that's beautiful. We'll get one hanging from the front mast as well. Chain and lantern, no more torches. Now that it's night, we can see the darker spots and the lighter spots. Off to the side, it is still a little dark. What if we just took two of these out, replace them with end rods? That's kind of nice. I do like that. Everybody knows that pirate ships used to have end rods for the tables on the side. This is a known fact. I am not wrong about this whatsoever. Let's replace a couple of these with some note blocks. That looks a lot better. Let's go here, boom and boom. This boat is looking pretty sweet at night. I might light it up with some lanterns up top, even though nothing can spawn, but just to give it a little bit more light at night. Let's rise here. We can go boom, and then up at the tippy top, we can do it again. Boom and boom. Even under the crow's nest, I feel like we need a little bit of light. We don't have very long, buddy. The sun is about to come up, and you might burn if you don't make it over here in time. Follow me. You are about to... Oh, man, he's about to burn. Are you going to burn before you even make it to the boat? Come on, you got this. Come on. Come on. You're on fire. Stop doing the fire. Follow me into the captain's area. Come on, but... Oh, he's done. No way, it just started raining right after he burned up. What are the odds? Well, I mean, we have a little bit of time to do some more decorating, so the front of the ship over here was looking a little plain. I'm just going to get a pile of decoration blocks as if this place was just looted and they are leaving shore. A couple of campfires might make this place look a little better. I feel like every ship just needs a pile of loot in the front, and you know, while we're waiting for the sun to go down and the rain to stop so we can get that zombie, maybe let's go ahead and make that wheel above the captain's cabin. I don't think I've ever made a wheel this small, so let's see how we can do. Maybe let's just get you right there, we'll get you right there, we'll bring this up one more. I think I need to bring in the dark oak trapdoors on each side like that. I don't think wheels can get this small. In order to make a circle, it's going to have to be a pretty large wheel. Okay, there we go. This is huge. All right, let's take this down. Let's try one more time. I don't think we're able to produce a wheel as small as I'm thinking right now. So what if we could just imagine us controlling the ship with the trapdoors on the side, grabbing a hand on each of them? Honestly, this seems like a nice control center right now, but let's get a crafting table and a bookshelf for the captain. Looks like I forgot to get the trapdoors on the lecterns up here. I believe we're going to need a seat for the captain as well, so let's give him a seat right here. We're going to give 2 trapdoors for some armrests. And of course, we'll get a brick wall on each side with a flower pot to hold his cup of mead. Torch flowers on the way down to the trading hall. That is going to look great. Ooh, and it looks like, okay, the sun is going down. We can try this again, and it's raining, so the zombie will definitely not burn, but I think I just did it way too late last time. And of course, we have phantoms. I mean, come on, buddy, get out. Let's fly up, and what do we got? Yep, there's gonna be some zombie. Yep, right there. Flying down, you are the chosen one, sir. Get over here. I'm gonna put you in the captain's cabin until we get all of the villagers in their place. Oh my god, dude, wait, no, not you. Not you. Those baby zombies are absolutely terrifying. Follow me, sir. Safe travels on the dock. You are the captain now. Get in the boat. There you go. And your name is Crow. You are not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here. Ouch. Thank you, Crow, for doing the good work. I'm going to put the door on so that you are not seen by any of the incoming villagers. Perfect. Okay, so the rain's gonna go away. It is a brand new day. Let's get some dirt, and now we can start to move all of these guys in. Everything is pretty much decorated, so everything they're gonna see is decorated. They don't need to see the captain's cabin, because none of these guys are the captain, that's for sure. Let's give them a nice little roller coaster ride before they have to work for the rest of their lives. Down into the basement. There we go. Okay, so let's get the first couple of them back in here. Take this barrel out. Boom and boom. It is loud in here. There's so many huhs. Okay, we got you on the track. Hold on. I gotta push you forward. Get this way, buddy. You are number 1. Get on down there. Okay, he's stuck, so hold on. This is not good. There you go. And now you're good. Lock you into position. Let's get the barrel right there. And if I can just break the minecart without hitting you. There we go. You're good. Prepare to work forever, buddy. I need to see, do you have... Nope, that's not the trade I'm looking for. I want you to trade coal so that I can trade campfires eventually. Kind of like this guy right here. There you go. Fisherman Master trades coal, then trades campfire on the next trade. A lot of these guys will buy raw salmon, but I'm looking for a couple of them like this guy to buy raw cod, because at the Guardian farm out there, we have unlimited raw cod. But let's get you guys sent in on the track. Let's just push you in one by one. This time we will get it to go this way. Wait, stop right there. Perfect. Okay, so let's push you out, and let's move the minecart right here. Push you back into place, locked and loaded. Let's take out the rail, put the barrel in, good to go, and boom. Back home real quick. I need to grab a couple blocks of coals for this one. I have a feeling we're going to use a lot of coal trading at first. Send you in next, number 3. I can't believe we have to do this 27 more times. Take the barrel out, move that location, and then you are pushed in, locked and loaded for life. So this guy is selling coal. Let's trade a little bit until he gets that second trade up. Oh no, that's not yours. That's mine, buddy. And he's on the next one. What? I thought there would be some campfires. Okay, actually, the only reason this is redeemable is because he is buying raw cod. So that means, okay, I only care if they're selling campfires or buying raw cod. Number 4, here we come. This is going to be tedious. I might do this on a live stream. Okay, well that's wild. I forgot to change the track, and this guy went straight through the barrel. Now he is just a barrel. What happened to your bottom half, sir? What is going on? I'll put this in right here, and this right here. If I can break this. Okay, so now this one guy is going to try to escape, that's for sure. But I can't let him escape. Let's do that. I'm going to have to quickly break that, and boom. No, get back, sir. Something's happening right now. This is not going into my inventory, even though I have an inventory slot available. Get back in there. Thank you, sir. Let's place the barrel. Good to go. And now you're locked and loaded. All right, lesson learned. Make sure the track is pointing in the right direction before these guys come down here. So I did decide actually to stream this, and it took me a while to get them all in. It took me a little over an hour actually to get all 30 of them down here, but at least we got them down here now. Now it's time to trade with all these guys. They do want to sell me campfires, at least most of them do, but some of them do not, and that's okay because they are at least going to buy some cod from me, like right here. The goal is to get a lot of these guys to master level, but I don't know if I want to do that because raw cod, like 15 for 1 emerald, that's not that great. So I was thinking, let's turn all of these villagers into masters, at least the ones that we can right now. The ones that are selling cod, let's wait until we zombify them so we get a better trade. I need a place to sleep down here, so I was thinking let's just place a bed right in between some of the oak planks, and right next to the bed, let's get a big pile of loot. Let's get some diamonds, we'll get some gold, we'll get some blocks of emeralds down here. This is really where all the treasure is. Literally piling this up to the ceiling. That's quite a bit of loot right there, and a perfect place to sleep. And I can't sleep because Crow is upstairs. Maybe that means this is a good time to get him out of the boat. I'm going to stop back here. He's going to fall into this little area that I've made a little bit of a path back here so that he can zombify all of the villagers. All right, buddy, I'm about to put you to work. Ouch, you are about to do a lot of work, actually. Let's make him tricked right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Come on, buddy, fall right down, and see you later. I'll just break these then, and he will be stuck forever in this back hallway. Oh, he is smacking these guys up real good. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, he's about to be a zombie in any second right now. Oh, yep, there he goes. It's crazy how punching these guys is all he needs to do. Went around the side. Oh, what a side punch. That was almost like a drive-by. Let's give him a little bit more room to get these guys. Oh, that's number 2 right there, and he's going for number 3. I'm so sorry. The zombie looks like he's just running away every once in a while, smacking him and then running back, as if the villager could hit him back. Ooh, that's number 3. Sorry about it, dude. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. I just hear nothing but punching. Sorry, buddy. I was trying to take down some of the walls to let the zombie have an easier job, and this guy tried to escape. Oh my goodness, leave them alone! I wish it would just take 1 punch. They have to be punched like 5 times. Yep, there he goes. Don't look at me, buddy. There's nothing I can do about it. While all the zombification is going on down here, I figured I would like to make the edge a little bit lighter with the wood. Let's bring some birch planks in so that it's not all oak all the way around. I think the oak does look nice, but just a little bit of birch could look even nicer. And I accidentally took out some of the crimson. Get back here, buddy. Oh, geez, that does not sound good. That is just a terrible sound. And, okay, well, that's not good. I'm not being careful, and now this guy just fell through the hole into the water. Okay. Let's get down here, see if I can do some fixing. Nope, buddy, you're going too far. Come this way. Let's put you right there, buddy, and you are raised and crimson. Now I can hop back down and hopefully grab that water. Boom. I haven't heard Crow do any zombification for a little bit. I need to hear more smacks. Let's see exactly where he is at. He might be just chilling on the other side. I do not see him at all, and I can't really walk... Oh, there he is. All right, he's gonna see me. I'm gonna run away so he doesn't see me any longer, and he can smack all the people on this end. As soon as Crow is done smacking everybody up, I'm gonna send him to the nest. And, of course, we have a phantom. Where are you at? Ow! Hey! Get out of here. So we're all the way up. This was a lot higher than I thought it would be. I need to figure out a way to get him to just stick. Maybe I'll just keep him in the minecart, to be honest. I'm gonna make sure that he is locked and loaded once he's in here, and hopefully he is okay up here, man. This is pretty high up. While I'm waiting for the sun to go down, I figured let's build a dirt bridge all the way over to the pillager outpost. I feel like this is where we're gonna find our captain of our ship. Hope this guy's doing well all by his lonesome. He has been left alone for a while. I got unlimited totems like a year ago, and I haven't had a reason to come back. So we're getting the rail system set up for this guy, and the sun just went down. I wonder if I should go back and mess with Crow real quick, and then make my way over here. And this guy's messing with me. You gotta get out of here, buddy. Okay, let's see what we can do. He should be right down here. Last time he was just making his way over to the corner. I think I'm gonna have to lure him out. Hold on, where's he? Oh my god, did he go all the way around? He did. He's over here. Alright, come on, buddy. There's only one thing I can do here. Okay, he's on the track, which is great. I wonder if I can just push this over. He's stuck. Perfect. The track's all connected. Let's get a powered rail right here with a redstone torch. Okay, so now I just need to hop over him. Or I just use the hole that I safely created over in this direction. Hold on, let's drop through and get back in there. I'm definitely gonna get smacked while I'm pushing him down, but dude, ouch. Gonna have to push through. There you go. Okay, get sent. Keep going. One more push, and he is gone. Okay, so I forgot to redstone torch this guy, right? Ouch. Please don't smack me, especially when we're all the way up here. And keep going. Oh, no, 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 no. Go this way. There you go. And he's in. Okay, this is perfect. The sun shouldn't be able to shine on him because of the trapdoor, but if it does, then it just wasn't meant to be. He was not meant to work on this ship. Crow, I am truly sorry if you end up burning to the sun. That would be my bad. Now, in order to get our captain over here, let's finish this dirt bridge. We are getting very close. We got a lot of zombies following me right now. This is not good. Don't you guys have anything better to do down there? These guys are burning. Okay, hold on. Is Crow burning? Gotta check. He's burning. How? How are you burning? Well, you know what? He hit me. All right, he deserves to burn. To be honest, I thought the trap door would keep him in there, but maybe... What if I just get some water on him right here? Never mind. If it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. The pillager's not going to be able to burn when he makes his way down here, and he's definitely not going anywhere once he lands on this honey block. Alright, where's your captain? Give me your captain. I need the location. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes to find a captain here, sometimes it takes 10 seconds. Alright, we got one immediately. Let's finish the path real quick. They're all... okay. Oh, the captain's already here? No way. Alright, get out of here, buddy. I don't need you. But I do need you. I'm just gonna push you into the cart. This guy doesn't have any clue what's going on. I'm just gonna push you right there. Alright, perfect. Hey, usually I'm okay with you shooting your own captain, but not today. Be gone, sir, and be gone. Well, it's a thunderstorm right now. We got a bunch of mobs that are trying to make their way over here, and this guy... where's the last zombie? Why are you hiding under the dirt? There he is. See if I can shoot this guy with the crossbow. You are done. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as David, though. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, if I can just quickly get this guy out of here, that'd be cool. Big on, zombie. Big on. Oh, man, this is just a mess right now. Alright, he's gonna shoot me for a long time. Captain, be on your way, sir. Ouch. I'm gonna follow this guy with the risk of him just continuing to shoot me. But I didn't name him yet, so I need him to stay in render distance. Whoa, just saw a lightning strike over there. This is not good. This has got to be the 10th time it started raining, and maybe the 2nd or 3rd thunderstorm during the recording of this episode. But the captain is in... okay, perfect. You are locked and loaded. And I have the perfect name for this guy. His name is going to be Crunch, because he is Captain Crunch after all. He's just going to keep shooting me as long as I'm around him. Let's get the slabs up. I don't think he'll be able to jump over these slabs once he gets out of the minecart and onto the honey block. There's only one way to find out, though. I don't think he'll be able to jump. Okay, I think he's good. If he ends up moving at all, then I'll just put him back in the boat and reconfigure this setup. Taking this out, too. It's just a stair for the seat, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to move. Hold on, I'm going to get out of here real quick. Going to the other side of the boat, and I believe our captain is stuck over there. Alright, that's perfect. Almost forgot to cover this back up, and now we can de-zombify all of the villagers down there. Oh man, look at all the arrows stuck in me. Now we'll finally be able to get some cheap trades for all the cod. Let's throw one right in the center of these guys. There we go, and you're good. You're good, you're good, you're good, and you're good. First 5 are good to go. Let's throw one down here. Oh, just made myself a little weak there. It's also going to be super nice having the 1 campfire for 1 emerald trade. Why is it so loud trying to de-zombify villagers? These golden apples shouldn't be this loud. We'll wait for these guys to turn back into villagers, and... oh, the sun is coming up. The rain finally stopped. What a gorgeous morning we got here. Let's check on Captain Crunch, and he is still here. I love this. Let's hop over to the Guardian Farm real quick, though, and grab unlimited cod. We have a great new source of emeralds now, which means even more campfires. We don't have nearly as much salmon, but the cod is coming in abundance, that's for sure. There they are. Okay, some of them are coming back. Ooh, 15 turned into 9. I'll take that. You can turn into a journeyman, and... oh, perfect. You turn into a journeyman as well. I'll just keep trading the cod with you, man. Turn into an expert. And the 1-for-1 trade on the campfire, can't believe it. That's exactly what we wanted today, and we got it. No more apprenticeship. You guys are going to be masters in no time. The noise all the villagers and the pillager are making right now is quite a lot, and the bell is super loud too. I always forget about that. Let's decorate the captain's quarters, though. I'm going to use some observers and some pistons for some desks. We can get a crafter in each of these corners. I don't think I've ever crafted a clock. I actually just had to look up this recipe, but the captain probably should know what time it is, so let's get this on the wall. I'm assuming the captain's going to want some flowers. Let's get the deco pots in here, and the composters are going to look good with a couple of flowering azalea leaves on them. Also, the captain deserves a place to sleep. Let's give him a nice crimson-sided bed. And no torches in here. We're going to use some natural lighting. Let's get some glowberries right behind the back. Give him some torch flowers to look at, and in the center of the room, he needs a nice desk. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 with the sandstone. Obviously, we're going to use some end rods again, and the trapdoors for the desktop. Some grindstones down the side are going to look good, because I think we're going to be using these as extra materials for the boat as well. I think we're going to hook them up to the anchor. We need to have an escape route on this boat. If Captain Crunch and his crew were getting attacked, they need to be able to escape. And so let's bring this down here a little bit. This weather is insane. I'm not even gonna say it. Let's flip up these trapdoors, and we got ourselves a little boat. Now I want to figure out how to connect the mast to the bowsprit here. I think we'll just start with some of these fence gates, and we're gonna have to move in strategically with some fencing as well. I would bring a Happy Ghast over here for this part, but Crunch over there has about 170, 180 more arrows, and the Happy Ghasts do not have that much health. It's going to be a little difficult. I'm going to have to rework this a couple times, but we'll start with some of the fencing right here. I'll go down by about 3 to make it a little bit more steep. It'd be super cool if the fences could connect diagonally somehow. I know it's just not going to ever happen, but these 2 bars in the middle are a little too thick for something like a big rope. But let's take a look here, and... Alright, that's not too bad. Now we just got to connect right here and in the back sail. Since I used so many spruce fences and chains down the side, I figured, you know, let's use a different item. I decided for the rope, the iron bars looked a little bit better. They're just a little bit skinnier, and I think they represent ropes a lot more. The iron bars do great work connecting the 2 masts, though. Crunch has got to be down to at least 100 more arrows. I'm not sure how many he has left, but he's shot me with so many arrows. The boat's looking great. I think maybe let's just get some black stone buttons on the outside of all of these oak pillars just for a little bit extra decoration. All of these blocks right here that we have piled up on the front of the boat, I think it would be cool if we had piles on the dock as well, as if they were carrying them on and off the ship. So we'll use some note blocks, we'll use some barrels, each direction, get a beehive on top, and a composter. This will make the dock feel a lot more busy. I think this looks nice too. We do also have a lighting problem on the dock as well. There's torches all over, and I'd like to replace those with lanterns and, you know, maybe some campfires. Let's go to the corner. Each and every one of these we're going to replace. Let's get some andesite, cobblestone, the other stones, and we'll load up with a lodestone on top. I do have campfires with me. Let's go right there. That's looking a little bit too tall. Let's bring this down by 1. We only need to go up 2 blocks. Then we'll go lodestone. Then we'll go campfire. Then we'll burn our feet, getting these trapdoors all the way around. That looks a lot nicer. I do want to see what it looks like just 1 block instead of 2, though. We're going down even lower. Then let's turn some of these into stone brick walls. Let's see what this looks like on top of the campfire. Let's go boom and boom. Now that's not too bad. You know what? I like that so much more. We're going to put these all the way around the dock. It is nice hearing all the campfires around. We don't need any torches any longer, and it's nice having a bunch of decorations in, but we do need to make it a little greener, and let's get some amethyst in between the 2 ferns that we're placing in between all the campfires. Ferns and amethyst make everything look nicer. We have what looks like storage with the barrels all over the docks, and to keep them tied down, we're just going to lock them in with some rails. Some extra pieces of decoration have been placed, and I feel like I gotta tell you guys, there's a lodestone on top of the anchor drop just because I think it looks good. And over here, on the way up to Captain Crunch, I put levers, kind of acting like some coat hangers, or really something you can hang anything off of. Which means you can take off your coat, buddy, time to get comfy. Also, we have some flags at the top. I made these out of bamboo. However, there might be some spawnage up here in a bit, so it might be smart to place some of the trapdoors up here. It would be absolutely tragic if a creeper spawned up here, jumped down, and blew us up on the ship. Now for something I think is very important for this build. Let's go here. I have a chest in the captain's room, and it's empty right now, but not for long. We're going to fill it with all of the buried treasure maps that we have found in this series so far. Also the Trial Explorer map we might as well, but I figured it only is right to put them in here. As we continue to find them during this series, I'm going to bring them back to this ship over and over. Now I'd like to build an anchor going down from the drop in the center of the ship, but we gotta light up the ocean. It's a little dark down here, feeling a little plain, so let's just get some sea pickles in so that we can see what we're building. That looks much brighter, and while we're in the water, I figured before I forget, I wanted to get some levers below all the lodestones. That way it looks like some smaller boats could come and tie themselves up on the dock. It would be absolutely amazing if you could actually tie a lead to a lever, but you know, we're just gonna pretend like we actually can. I need to line up exactly where the anchor drop is, right here, so let's drop down. I'm gonna line it up with some grindstones, dropping all the way down to the ocean floor. Then, using mossy stone bricks, we are going to build out the anchor. Drop it down here, right there. We can take this guy out and put a slab in. Drop it down to the bottom, then we can start to build outward. Let's go upside down stair, back into one up top. We need to drop one below, and there we go. It's starting to look a little thicker. And voila, we have ourselves an anchor. Unfortunately, the grindstones cannot be waterlogged, but you know what? They're the best block for the job, so no worries. Oh, and I also added some spruce signs to the side just for a little bit of extra texture and color. Also, all of the oak trap doors in the back are looking pretty good. Time to explore the ship that we just built and say what's up to all 30 of the villagers, all 31 crew members, I guess, including Captain Crunch. The docks are looking nice and full with all of the storage that we can put on the boat and off of the boat. We can climb to the top and get a great view of every build in sight, which is pretty much just the Guardian farm unless you want to squint and take a look at Armadilliopolis all the way out there. My favorite area, though, is right below Captain Crunch, and I'm not going to say hi to you for much longer. All you do is keep shooting me with arrows, but we can drop below Captain Crunch and get into the captain's cabin. It is just so cozy in here. It does get kind of loud, though, because there are 30 villagers down here that are trading us all the campfires we need and buying up all of the cod that we could ever sell. It is nice that we have a place to sleep, especially since it's next to all of this treasure. So there's something I want to ask you guys today. Since you made it to the end of the video, I figured we can do a community question, and I want to ask you guys something very important. What is your favorite flavor of muffin? I was talking with my chat the other day, and I love blueberry muffins so much. They are the best by far, but a lot of people were disagreeing with me. What is your guys' favorite muffin? Feel free to comment that down below if you absolutely want to. It feels great having something built next to the Guardian farm now, and if we ever need any more fisherman villagers, we can throw up another ship right here. This is probably my new favorite build in this world now, though. This is amazing. I just love the feel of this. It's been a while since I made something out of almost entirely wood. Minus the wool and the iron bars, we just got spruce, oak, birch, and crimson wood. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to join the Discord at discord.gg/WaxFraud. Also, thank you for coming to the live streams. That is going to be at twitch.tv/WaxFraud. Just want to remind you guys to take care of yourselves, do something nice for somebody, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.